I'm absolutely convinced that the world just doesn't understand the absolute artistic value of that song. Let's go, real Raph hours. What's up, Dom? Always a pleasure to have you here. Nice to be back, starting up a new week. Honestly, I really needed a week off to kind of think about where I'm at, where life is at, what the stream's all about, and with that, I'm gonna start this section off with the thought of the YouTube in mind. So give me a sec here, Dom. Basically, I guess I'm realizing that a big aspect of what I'm trying to do overall is, just build community, bring like-minded, positive people together, have fun, interesting conversations, sharing good times, talk about music, talk about art. Showing up for the stream is a way to be here. Uploading it to the YouTube is a way to create reach. But I hope if you find your way to the video that you find yourself entertained and enjoying and kind of just liking the vibe and feeling good about it. So if you do, follow along, join in the community, get in the Discord. We're chatting in there, we're hanging out, having a good time. And yeah, that's kind of where we're at. So cool. Back at it. Cone time? What does cone time mean? Wait, I can't hear my own voice at the moment. There you go. That's better. What's cone time? On another note, while I wait for that. So I got invited out yesterday to a J-League softball game. I subbed in. Man, it just really brought me back to old anxieties that come up for me while playing sports. I don't know why, but it's like whenever I'm in high pressure sporting situations, I have a bad tendency to choke, which I was thinking about the psychology of it. And I think for a long time I've had a general fear of showing up in a way that will bring attention to me, which I think is actually a form of self-sabotage that I play into my business and the stream as well. So in a way, I'm hoping that by opening up to this sort of form of self-sabotage, that it's something I'll work through in showing up here at the same time. Damn, man, actually came back for us. Dude, I hadn't left. Did you really think I was gone for good? I've always been here. I mean, I don't know, dude. I've got life stuff. Sometimes I've got psychological okay, I'm not going to say I have psychological issues, but every once in a while, I got to question my own life and direction, figure out what I'm doing on the stream here, figure out what I'm doing in general. That's, wait, why is the chat not showing up again? This is so lame. What about if I go, dude, I don't want to have to restart, but maybe I have to restart. The other stuff is showing up. It was working once before. If I go wait, check this out. I made this. So now that kind of looks a little better. But then in the top right there should be the chat, but it's not there. And also bowl is called a cone. Like a bowl of what? Okay, wait. Before you answer that question, I'm going to try and restart here. Let's see what happens, because I want the chat to show up. Otherwise, it just kind of looks... Okay. Try refreshing. Is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? Man, why is my hair? The part of the bong. Okay, that's what I thought you were talking about. Man, we're not doing bongs here. This is a healthy stream. This is a sober, healthy stream. Please. Okay, wait, let's see. And yeah, it's showing up there. Okay, that's good. That's better. And oh, wait, is it cuz? But it's not showing up on this one. Why? Bro. Oh, there you go. That looks better. What's that one? You got the weed ripping alien, and you got the crying anime girl. Nice. Yeah. What's happening, guys? What's new? What's new in the last week? Dom, you've probably been going hard on music. Cosmos, playing a lot of League. I've thought about. Okay, look. I'll say it. I think it would be kind of fun to have a Dota stream where we play some Dota together, but I'm torn. A part of me is torn about playing video games on the stream because I think I'm hard on myself and I'm like, no, I can't play video games because video games are for dummies, but I also play a lot of video games in my free time. So so, you know, but if I'm playing video games with people I like and having a good time, play Baldur's Gate 3. Yo, my a bunch of my classmates from VFS actually worked on the sound for it. Fun fact. Aaron, Mateos, and Frank, 3 guys worked on the sound. Not too shabby. Yeah. Kudos to them, guys. If you see this, nice work. Lo-fi hip-hop background. How much for an autograph? I can message them if you want. They're I went to school with a pretty talented class, I gotta say. You can find them on how much for their sample packs. I actually think Aaron might do sample packs. Mateus is making music. He's oh my gosh, advertisements. Wait, let's see if I can find them. I know Mateus just released like a lo-fi hip hop album, or I don't know if it wasn't an album. It was like a little EP of things that he's been working on. I'm just trying to get the lo-fi music. There you go. Here, let's give shout outs to my classmates while we're at it. Right? Screen share. This is Matt. Matt is a Brazilian guy that worked at Larian for Baldur's Gate 3. VFS. 4 years, 2 months ago. What a time to be alive. That's when I graduated. 4 years ago? Oh my gosh. I'm about to get played in another stream. Yeah? You double timing me, Dom? Is that how this is? I get it. I get it. Let me know how it goes. What about Aaron? Choo-choo. Cinematic sound designer. I submitted before you went live, so you're lucky I'm here. But honestly, yeah, I am lucky to have you, Dom. I know it. I'm grateful for it. There's not many Doms like Dom, so I respect the Dom as Dom is Dom. Dang, he was out in Ireland working on it. That's pretty cool. Yeah, Aaron was. This was the mixing board at VFS that he's working on up here. Always respect the Dom. Domination. And the last one was Frank. Frank Monroe. Larian Studios. Intermediate. Another photo at the VFS thing. I think like everybody that goes through VFS ends up taking a photo there. But yeah, he worked on at Larian as well. 3 years. 3 years of Larian. So kudos to those classmates. Nice work. I haven't played it myself, but it seems like it's getting really good reviews. 9 out of 10 on Steam. Wait, let's see. Baldur's Gate 3 has surpassed its previous all-time player peak. Let's play part 1. And how'd it go? I thought I was next, but one more. I remember, do you guys know,
I'm actually shaking a little bit.
I think like 2-3 years ago I shared a song of mine with Patrick CC, and he like, I paid him like $15 to listen to it or some stupid thing. He listened to like 30 seconds of it and turned it off, and I was like, are you kidding? Are you absolutely joking me? Wait, why is my
every other day
Screen.
or so. And this series will, of course, be kept in its own separate.
Oh, it changed it again.
Now, in terms of my morality
Wait.
for this run,
Wait,
well,
I need to
the world is all grown
screen
strange.
share chat.
How shall a man judge what to do in such
He was
times?
doing a feedback stream. Yeah,
That's
he
a
does like
question
a
of
weekly
time
feedback
and
stream
time.
type of thing.
So sit back, relax,
I paid him
and
to
let's
listen
venture
to it,
into the forgotten realms
and he
together.
freaking turned it off so quickly. It's like, this is ridiculous. What am I paying you for?
Just wanna
I
make
tried
sure
to
that
get on the
everybody
needle
knows
drop
as
once, but didn't
often as
happen.
we're playing,
I
that we're playing the real game
personally, I'm not a
I think that's
huge
all that matters here. Let me change this to
Anthony
video.
Fantano fan. I think he's a little pretentious, but
And look at the new
there you go. That's
menu
better.
screen here. Wow,
Sub
look
to
at the
him to get in
adventures
the
going down
raffle.
stairs
I mean,
right
don't get me
here.
wrong. I feel like
The
when
symbol
you're
of ball.
when you get in on something like that, it's good publicity. Like, he's got a big following, but I don't know. Gameplay begins. How far do I have to go?
Create a professional
Think he's
logo.
based?
That
Really?
best reflects your
I mean,
brand.
hey, fine.
Just go to Wix logo.
I kind of stopped caring.
16
I got tired of letting
pages,
other
one
people
paragraph
depict how
about
I
the
feel
soul
about
after we
music.
kill him.
Especially people who I sometimes don't necessarily
With Shadow Harper.
I don't know. He's like, yeah, he's got good opinions. I think let's leave it at that. He's got good opinions. He definitely knows his music. I don't need to talk anyone down here.
They try to ensure that not one
Yeah, there's a few he's dead wrong about. See, like,
action or
that's
city
but that's like, I don't know. That's music, you know. You're not gonna get it all right. Everybody has different ideas about what's good and what's bad. At this point, when I'm listening to music, all I'm doing is just kind of like, it's background for me. Like, I listen to like jazz and tango and Argentinian jazzes and stuff like that, but I'm just like, I don't know. There was a period of time, I think, like when I was 19, 20, 21, where I was listening to like 3 albums a day, 3 or 4 albums a day. But you both Advatic songs by Ohm. I don't know Ohm. And A New Place to Drown by King Cruel 6. A New Place to Drown was that wasn't King Cruel though. That was Archie. He made that on his Archie Marshall name, didn't he? A New Place to Drown. Freaking Archie. Yeah, Archie Marshall. I mean, it's a cool album. I think I had a big sort of King Cruel, Archie Marshall phase for a while. I saw him in Vancouver. I paid like $60 for a freaking black hoodie with the Oozes album cover on it. Dumb. And I don't know. I got to this point where what I used to enjoy, I just kind of find like to be a little pretentious and ridiculous though. If I say Archie Marshall though, you might not know. No, I know a lot more than some people might think. I've listened to a lot of music. I'm just like, I'm at this point where I don't care as much anymore, I guess. The beats on it are just perfect. Like, he does a great job of creating really cool music-scapes. Like, the Ooze is a cool album. You ever use Rate Your Music? Yeah, I did. I think. There were 2. Was this one? No, maybe. No, yeah. It looks different now. This is new. But like, yeah, all I would do is I would just like go into their top albums of like the 60s and I would just listen to all the albums. Like, if I were to go through this, I can't say for sure if I like listen to them intently, but like I've listened, Mingus, yeah, Velvet Underground, John Coltrane, of course, Beatles, yeah, all this. Highway 61. I never really liked Jimi Hendrix personally. Yeah, Dylan, Doors. I don't know if I've listened to this one, but it sounds like it's probably cool. Leonard Cohen, yeah. John Coltrane, Zappa, yeah. Zombies, Nick Drake. Nick Drake is sad, but really good. Kinks, all that stuff I didn't really get into much. Zeppelin, I didn't really care for. Stan Getz, this is a great album. I have this one on vinyl. What's your profile? Did you make one? No. I just kind of used it for. I just went through the charts to like find songs that or albums to listen to. Van Morrison, great album. Rolling Stones also didn't care for. The Doors, I don't know, like all the whole like Doors, the Pogues. It's funny. I don't know, the Doors, the Clash, any of those guys back then. I like Iggy Pop, but I don't know. I never related much to it. Dominic Rocks, 97. Let's see, Anderson Paak. Wait, we got 1,300 ratings. Dang. What are your fives? Animal Collective, yeah, that's of course. Really, you're one of those death gripsers. Whatever that means. Flying Lotus, cool. John Fahey, I know the name, but I haven't listened. Exuma, I don't know that one. Haven't listened to this one. Haven't listened to that one. New Place Drown. I'll listen to this one because it sounds cool. Popol Vuh, I know. I went through a bit of a krautrock phase, which was interesting. United States of America, don't know. Yes, don't know. Strobes, don't know. Slint, I know some people who really like this album. And I listened to it, and I didn't mind it, but it didn't, like, speak to me in any way. Marty Robbins, I don't know either. Slint's amazing. I actually think Aaron may be that guy that I went to school with. He was one of the guys who really enjoyed it. I'd be down to get him on here sometime. He's a super interesting designer, musician, creative. Like, he knows film. The dude knows film inside and out. That was the best. We, like, me and a group of guys at night, we would go into the theater, and like the theater, if you had the right hooked up audio files, you could set up 5.1 sound in the theater. So we I think we watched The Revenant, or we got like an hour and a half into it. We watched Dunkirk in there, which was sweet. We watched what's the one, Dazed and Confused, for some reason. We watched a few others, but it was so nice. Just access to a 5.1 theater. Those guys were just 16 and 17, dang. And I don't know, my go-tos. Tim Burn. I don't know a lot of this, man. This is a lot of stuff I've never heard of. That's the problem. That's like the good thing, but also the problem, I guess, is that there's so much music out there that it's hard to listen to enough of it. Princess Nokia. I never got big into her. I'm surprised that you don't have more like, you know, Ice Spice and Nicki Minaj and Taylor Swift. Turnover, that's a cool album. I know that one. Really cool for day like that. It's just on page with my recommendations. George Clanton, I really like George Clanton. Rina Sawayama, I know her. Gravy. There he is. Yikes, especially T Swift. T Swift at the top. My top list musicians all time: Taylor Swift, Jonas Brothers, and Tiny Tim. The best. These are the albums that's recommending. Interesting. Megan Thee Stallion. I knew you were a Megan Thee Stallion type of guy, Dom. But you can see your affinities for genres and descriptors. Lil Wayne. DJ Sabrina, the teenage DJ. That's kind of funny. I'd rather listen to Jonas Brothers and Jesse McCartney over Taylor Swift. Jesse McCartney or Aaron Carter? If you had to pick. I want candy. Cardi B over Taylor Swift? No. Cardi B is at the bottom. Cardi B only has a career because of the music industry standards. If she didn't have the attitude that she did, and if the music industry wasn't all about destroying people, then Cardi B would not have a career in the music industry. Iggy Azalea over Taylor Swift? I think the careers speak for themselves there, man. I don't know. I think T Swift is still going. Iggy Azalea, she was fancy. Oh man, I'm gonna get DMCA'd for this. Whatever. You see, I think that's in the part where it's giving you albums outside your usual. Got it. Yeah, I need to. I don't know. I have no real pull at the moment to go into listening to albums. But maybe if I get recommended good albums that I should listen to, I'd be interested. But in terms of like these days, whenever I'm listening, honestly, I'm listening to a lot of like coaching talks. My friend introduced me to this guy. This guy called. I posted him in the Discord because I think his stuff is kind of interesting. If you're interested in like looking at shadow work and stuff, this guy Julian himself has got some interesting videos all about, just letting go. I recommend Death Grips. I've listened to Death Grips. I went to Death Grips. I actually wonder. Oh man. Okay, wait. Well, I need to do the shadow works. Man, it's powerful stuff. It's not easy, but it's powerful. Wait, I went to Death Grips in 2015. I'm gonna see if I can find my photos from them. I'm not pulling the photos up on the screen though, cause oh man, this was when my high school friends decided to buy a guinea pig, and then they had to return it a week later, cause nobody could hold on to the guinea pig. Wait, what's the Black Parade? It says I don't know what's in here. So, okay, Sudoku. Okay, BRB. Sure. Oh yeah. Let me know how it goes. Name a babe. Man said, "What's the Black Parade?" I don't know what the Black Parade is. Maybe I've heard of it. Share it with me. Oh man, that's loud. That was when I was at the Montreal versus Toronto game in Montreal in 2015, which means I gotta go a little further for Death Grips. Man, I'm scaring myself. I just don't know what's gonna happen. Just look it up. Black Parade. My Chemical Romance? Oh. Yeah, I never listened to My Chemical Romance, but I'll put it on. Man, there's definitely a couple things that I'm editing out.
Ready to launch your business? Get started with the commerce platform made for entrepreneurs.
We'll find out how Dom does. Do. I thought that was something else for a sec. Oh, I know this song. Oh man, this is crazy. I'm lagging. What do I need to turn off? Let's close Google Chrome. Let's close iTunes. Let's close Spotify and see if that does the trick. For a moment. Yeah, I don't doubt it. Oh man, I definitely know this song. I'm just looking for Death Grips. Oh man. Is this? No, this was back at Queens. Oh man. Maybe Death Grips was 2016? Is it? What am I taking photos of my foot for? Dark. Vacation. Keep going to marching band. I don't know if I get DMCA'd for this sort of stuff. Do I? I can show you photos of me from when I was in university if you want. Good photos. I looked different. Oh man. Much younger. Bet. I mean, let's find something that's a little less. Let me screenshot from my Bumble account. Sure, tell me how it goes. Just don't send them my way when they ask. Come on, there's gotta be some good ones in here. Where's Death Grips? I'm upset that Death Grips isn't there. That's when I went to Grimes. When I was in Montreal. That was a fun show. Kit Kats and chocolates. I gotta find a good one. I'll find one good photo, and that'll be it. Oh no. None of these are good photos. Man. Looking back on this. Oh, here you go. This is what I wanted. For when Dom gets back. This was Death Grips. 2016. I think this was during. Oh my God. Yeah, that was Death Grips. Dude, he is so intense. That was a photo of my shirt after. I was in the mosh pit the entire time. Obviously, the shirt photo didn't work out as well as I thought it would, because you can't really tell that my shirt was as dark as it got, but it was dark. Wait, I want to make the messages font size bigger. What's good? Ugh. Is that better? We'll see. We'll find out. But, okay, wait. Before Dom gets back. That one was in 06/22. Okay, I'll remember that. There's probably a couple good photos I can share from 2016. What was that? I think these are like university. I feel like some of them are missing. No. There has to be something that just doesn't make me look like an absolute degenerate. Something that is also like that I can just show me. Man, I'm delaying this by a lot. But I need to find something. Oh, I can't do that. Here's a photo of me in a yearbook. Does that count? Ellen Degenerate was my Dota 2 name. Mine was, I had a couple. My Warcraft 3 name was Legit for Life because of Hot Rod. And my, there you go. Look at that guy. Do I look the same? I think so. Kinda. And then my name in the Dyke Wazowski. No. No. Dom, how'd it go? Damn, such innocence. I know. Dude, not the rest of the photos. I'm being very careful here. Here you go. These were the younger years. Yeah, it was chill. What'd they say? All good things? Like 25 people in that stream? Nice. That's a vibe. Which one was it? They liked it? Nice. Not surprising. Wait, I found my Death Grip shots. Y'all Jewish there or just you? No, just me. Just me. Okay, wait, it's gonna get loud. I haven't heard it yet. And then I got much closer, and then I was in the mosh pit for the rest of it. But I'm turned off. I'm assuming those lyrics. Dude, he was so intense. And then my shirt after. Have you ever seen the video of Zach Hill warming up? This.
There's so many variables in
Not
cooking.
this.
It's always about time and temperature.
That's the song they're playing? Oh.
Any recipe
Yeah,
that you read is
it's
talk
been a
about
long
how-
time. Saw them in Sydney. This is crazy. $2017? Yeah, I guess I saw them 2015. Wait, I want to. Trying to figure out a good font size for the chat. Probably go bigger still. Bigger? That's probably better. I can do that in my sleep? Yeah, I mean, I figured. And probably only in your sleep. Got him. Let's see. There you go. Yeah, that looks better. I can do that too. See, like this. I mean, I could go for another 3 minutes like Zach if I really wanted to, but, you know, I actually did this a couple times this morning already, so it's just not worth it at the moment. Gotta save my energy for later. But yeah, that's Zach Hill. No need me to tell you to do it. Thanks, man. Did you ever see Whiplash? Potentially. There's a scene, Whiplash. Rushing or dragging, where the Foley is so off, and I wonder if it's the same.
5, 6, 7.
I don't know if it's just the one that I saw.
Rushing. 5, 6, and dragging.
I should have seen the other day. It's a great scene. Came up in another stream. Interesting. This right here, but the Foley. Listen to the Foley. Super loud for one, which is fine. Or like extra. Then he walks up to him, and then the footsteps are so
Why
off.
do you suppose I just hurled a chair at your head, Neiman?
I don't know.
Sure you do.
Right here.
The tempo?
Were you rushing or were you dragging?
I don't know.
The
Start
footsteps.
counting.
Where are these footsteps placed?
I don't know.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Start
5.
counting.
Those were so out of sync.
I don't know.
Not a footstep, and then just
Start
extra
counting.
feet. Come on. Come on. This is what VFS trains me for, okay? What are these Foley
don't know.
footsteps? That's not a footstep.
I don't know.
I get what they were going for.
Start
Maybe
counting.
he has 3 feet. Spider-Man. I wouldn't be surprised.
Start counting.
5, 6,
I mean,
4, damn it! Look at me!
I think they did it just for...
1, 2, 3, 4. 1,
Ooh,
2, 3,
ow.
1, 2, 3.
Those slaps hurt.
Was I rushing?
Like I feel like you can kind of get away with it for film, but I don't know. I noticed it. Yeah, exactly. 3 feet like Spider-Man. No, it's because he's the guy. What's his name in it? James Slapping Reed Richards. Who's that? Who are all these people? Whiplash. Wait. Who does he play in Spider-Man? Spider-Man. What's his name? J.K. Simmons. Here you go. Oh my goodness. Miles Teller was Reed Richards in the F4 remake? What's the F4 remake? Fantastic Four? Did I get that?
Spider-Man? He's a criminal, that's who he is. A
Spider-Man.
vigilante. A public menace. What's he doing on my front page?
Mr. Jameson, there's a page 6 problem.
We have a page 1 problem. Shut up.
They're really
Yeah,
important clients
page
that can't
one
wait.
problem.
They're about to.
Mr. Jameson, it's like this. We double booked page
Fantastic
6.
Four
See, so both Macy's
remake.
and Conaway's both.
When was it? 2023? Was this recent? Is this recent?
Do this, we do this together.
Feels weird seeing that guy, John Krasinski,
Breakthrough is right. Call me dude.
before COVID. This isn't real, is it? This is probably fake. I think that was... Yeah, that's not real. Didn't they just make this to keep the rights? I have no idea. This one? 2025? No. Why do they just have no other ideas than to just make the same thing over and over again? The one with Miles Teller. Okay, fine, I'll just look it up. Miles Teller, 2015.
Need to focus.
Skip forward a bunch. There he is.
Reads my daughter's suit.
I gotta say, it's fun having you here.
What is this mix? Why is the music so loud?
He can build anything.
What you've created here is incredible.
You guys sure you're in the best shape to be doing this? Yeah. We're good.
Oh my gosh. The music is so much louder than the voice.
Looking to
I don't know. I haven't watched a superhero movie in so long, and I still feel no reason to. I feel like the majority of superhero movies nowadays are just becoming, for lack of a better term, pointless. Yeah. It's entertainment, but I don't know. Is it worth it? It's not worth my time. The last superhero movie I went to theaters for was Ant-Man and the Wasp. That's it. Lord of the Rings trilogy or Star Wars prequels? Neither. I haven't watched any of it. You doing feedback tonight? Yeah, man. I'm happy to. Send it over. Why not? If you got something you want to listen to or share, you're always welcome to. It's kind of a go with the flow kind of a day today. You skip Lord of the Rings trilogy. I've watched the first one. I started the second one, got bored. Star Wars movies, I've watched like the first, second, and I've watched the fifth, the sixth, and like the third. The fourth, the fifth, and the third. I just didn't really care. I don't know. There's something about, I don't trust that they're good. I trust that, Peter Jackson and who did Star Wars? Is it Steven Spielberg? Star Wars or Star Trek? Neither. Who made Star Wars? George Lucas. That guy. White dudes with beards. They're all the same. They're not. I'm kidding. Yeah, I haven't seen any of Star Trek either. Spielberg is Indiana Jones. Did he? Steven Spielberg. Yeah, he did. You are no doubt correct. You're a white dude with a beard, but not a gray beard. Like this kind of a beard. Like a George Lucas, Steven Spielberg, 60-year-old man beard. That's, yeah. Dom's got the 28-year-old beard. 28? 26. You're somewhere in the range of those ages. You're no older than 28 and you're no younger than 26. Nearly 26. You're a year younger than me. I guess so, yeah. 97. Dang. Dang, dude. Yeah, I don't know. The fantasy stuff I never really got into. I read, like, Ender's Game. I thought it was a good book. Damn, I'm the oldest here. How old are you? Cosmos. Gen Z, let's go. I was looking into it because I can't really figure out if I'm a millennial or Gen Z, and I don't think I'm either. I'm kind of in the gray zone. I'm 27 too. When's your birthday? So I read up something. They're called Zillennials, the sort of Gen Z millennial that isn't really on either side. Because I grew up like right before technology blew up, all of us in a way. October 95. Oh no, you are the oldest. March 96. Ooh, baby. I do like my birthday though. Yeah, like growing up watching technology advance, I think is cool. It's interesting for the kids nowadays who grow up having like 4K graphics, and it's just like the world is so technologically advanced already, for better or for worse. I think for these kids it's kind of like, and this is what I'm noticing in like even the one girl that I'm teaching music and music production to, it's just like there's this really strong, I don't want to say attachment, but there's just like there's a lot of reliance on technology. Technology is just like everywhere in their lives, and it's like there's a lot of also need, it feels, for immediate gratification. It feels like kids are struggling with actually having to apply themselves for longer than 30 seconds to something, because as soon as they have to do that, it requires them to work harder than they normally would by just scrolling. And that's difficult because like I've tried teaching, ukulele to kids, and I'm like teaching them, and one lesson goes by and they're kind of enjoying it, and then the second lesson it becomes a little more difficult to figure it out, and then by the third lesson they're just like, this is too hard. I'm like, well, first off, it's also in part being passionate about it and wanting to learn, but it's just like having this sort of mentality of, if I can't figure it out in less than 2 days, it's too hard, sort of a thing. Or other young millennials or elder Gen Zs, but I refuse to be in the Gen Z category. Yeah, I don't think I'm a Gen Z, but I'm also not really a millennial. I think this whole Zillennial thing is kind of a thing, just like right in the middle there. I was using Lightroom last week, and there's an update where I can ask the program to select the sky or background, then manually editing it or something. I mean, okay, I think like having tools that make tools simpler, like having smart tools, is a good thing because it increases and speeds up workflows. Like I think having these shortcuts is what technology is there to provide. But at the same time, like actually learning how to do a trade or learning a skill with your hands, like, it's so valuable. Fair, I mean, it was convenient. Yeah, totally. Like don't get me wrong. I'm not like taking away from the experience, but I can understand. Yeah, it would make you feel lazy. It's just, I don't know, there's something to like actually learning an instrument, something to actually playing and learning. That's nice. And it doesn't have to be so difficult. Like I think people overcomplicate learning instruments, but at the end of the day, like writing a song can be very easy. What if I just want to make dubstep? Then hey, absolutely make dubstep. There's nothing wrong with just making what you want to make, but it's kind of like are you going to get to a point in the process of making dubstep and be like, this is too hard, and then just stop making it, you know? It's about whether or not you're willing to persist and work towards goals versus get at the first sort of feeling of inconvenience or struggle, just give up, you know? Dubstep is pretty hard. Dubstep is pretty hard. Electronic music is not that easy to make. There's a lot of, you know, actual skills that go into making a freaking good electronic song. And guys like Skrillex and the ones who get good at it, you know, they don't just get good at it overnight. It's a long process of learning. But at the same time, you know, like everyone else, they started off crappy. But they were willing to persist. And with that persistence came accomplishment. So yeah. Have y'all heard of Two Way? No. I don't know. I like them. Two Way. I'll check them out. What's a good song? Hit the Road Jack. Original music for Prince of Persia. That's pretty cool. Are they do covers of stuff? By the seams of it? Ave Maria or What a Wonderful World? Sure. Let's do What a Wonderful World. Oh. I guess any of these? Something that I can recognize pretty easily.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Kind of dark and ominous. Is that the whole thing? Just this dark and ominous vibe?
And clouds of white, the bright blessed days.
I mean, it's a cool production.
And I think to myself,
It still takes a lot of talent to be able to pull this off.
what a wonderful
Very sadly. I mean, hey, it serves a purpose. Do you like Sun O bracket bracket bracket? Ooh, that's cool. Never heard of Sun O bracket bracket bracket. That's a cool name. Does it build? Cool drums. Ready for the drop? I think that's our drop. It's like great movie trailer music. Movie cinematic music in general. Yeah, I see nothing wrong with it. They've worked with Riot Games, League of Legends. That's not surprising. I mean, hey. They're obviously talented, considering, one, they've got 500,000 subs, and have also worked with a lot of, you know, renowned companies. Yeah, sweet. I mean, I don't know if it's something I listen to in my free time, but it's cool. The first one. Oh, are we in oh, what's that band's name? The ones raise your skinny fists up to heaven. A sharp, F sharp, infinity. What are their names again? Sun the artist is the artist. A sharp, F infinity. Godspeed You Black Emperor. There you go. Finishing my thoughts. Yeah. Actually, fun story about this album. I was listening to it on vinyl, and I'll be honest, I was a little stoned in my room at the time and drawing and doing my thing. And like, aside of a vinyl album's like 25 to 30 minutes. They're not bad, but not my favorite. Yeah, fair enough. But I was sitting and doing my thing, and it must have been like closer to like 45 to 50 minutes on the side of this album. And I was like, something's interesting here. So I walk over to the vinyl and was watching it, and what had happened, I guess something might have been stuck in the vinyl, but it was just looping the last like 2 or 3 rings over and over for like 20 minutes. When I listen again, that didn't happen on the vinyl, but if they did that purposefully, that'd be really cool, just considering it's very ambient style music. But yeah, I was just listening to the same thing on repeat for like 20-30 minutes and didn't even realize it, so kudos. I thought it was good. That's such a huge troll. I mean, it sounded good, and I couldn't tell that it was repeating, so, you know, for what it is. Stop downloading. It's just ambient post-rock. Yeah, so it's just the same thing for
with Lolomax
10 minutes. I mean, there's a time and a place for it. I'll say that. The vocals start at 10:59. I'm assuming
skip the road trip motel.
That's the end of the song. I like ambient post-rock strobe music. Yeah, that makes sense. I like the sort of stuff. But I don't know. The times when I would put it on is when I'm like, in the past maybe more, when I was like sitting and drawing, smoking and mushrooms and stuff. Shroomies. But yeah, nowadays less. But we didn't even listen to Fancy. Do smoking mushrooms. I mix it up.
First things first, I'm the realest. Drop this and let the whole world feel it. Let them feel it. And I'm still in the murder business. I can hold you down like I'm giving lessons in physics. Right. You should want a bad bitch like this. Drop it low and pick it up just like this. Yeah. Cup of ace, cup of goose, cup of Chris. I heal something worth a heavy ticket on my wrist. Taking all the liquor straight, never chase that. Never stop like we bringing 80.
It's always interesting revisiting old popular music.
Champagne spilling, you should taste that.
And like really listening to the production. Is she Australian? Yeah, I think so.
I'm in the fast lane from LA to Tokyo. I'm so fancy. Can't you taste this girl? Remember my name to blow.
Sort of like low doublings. Oh, there's Aces on us? Yeah. This was... Wait. Yeah, this was like right at my grad. I remember playing this in the limo. Yeah, we had a limo.
I've been working, I'm up in here with some change to throw.
I'm so fancy. You already know I'm in the fast lane. From LA to Tokyo. I'm so fancy. Can't you taste this girl?
Weird.
Remember my name. To blow. Trash the whole
Yeah, I don't know.
Let's get drunk.
My favorite to revisit. This one I think actually has one of the funniest productions. If you really listen in on the production, there's some huge meme style vocals in it. Old pop music always has the lamest synths. It's classic. Classic old productions. There's just so many random singing voices in the background.
Come on. Shout had them apple bottom jean boots with the fur. The whole club is looking at
It's like every time I play this song at an event or something, I can't help but just feel like I don't know, contributing to something poor. Yeah. She hit the flow. I like how they don't even write floor, it's just the flow. But old school BEP was BEP. You hear like that in the background there where he's like, low, low, low. Low, 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 low. Low, low. It's just like, and then even in this part. Oh, oh, show. Oh, oh. It's just like the production. It's just so memes. Oh. At the end of every one. Oh. Oh. Oh yeah. I mean, it was hilarious times. But I don't know. It brings me back to like at where I live here. There were things called Dunbar dances. And it was just like a bunch of grade 6s and 7s grinding with each other. And I just, looking back on it, nothing good came out of that. Oh, Black Eyed Peas. Yeah, classics. Where is the love? Also, I mean, still a classic to this day is I Got a Feeling. And My Humps. I had that whole song memorized. I probably still do.
Series to
Can do a full My Humps performance. It's all about the rap in the middle. iPod Nano days. I remember when I bought my first 1 gigabyte iPod Nano for $250. We're gonna skate to one song and one song only. That's not what does he say skate? We're gonna, Don't Lie is a good one. Forget that one. We're gonna, is that what he says? We're gonna, oh yeah, he does say it. It's from Blades of Glory. I forgot that one word. I remember all the rest of it. One song only. But I forgot it was from Blades of Glory. Also classic. Will Ferrell. Nick Hader.
What you gonna do with all that junk inside your trunk?
That's sin.
I'ma get you drunk, get you love drunk off my hump, 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 my lovely little lumps. Check it out. I drive these brothers crazy. I do it on the daily.
So
they
strange.
Treat me really nicely. They
Hot
buy me
beat.
all these ices. Dolce and Gabbana, Fendi and Adana. Karen, they be sharing all their
I mean, that's like a pretty cool
money,
loop on the vocals.
is true religion. I say no, but they keep giving, so I keep on taking.
It's crazy just how simple it is.
We can keep on taking.
Where's the rap? Honey, let's spend time, not money. Mix your milk with my cocoa puff. Milky, milky cocoa with your milk with my cocoa puff. Milky, milky rice.
They say I'm really sexy. The boys, they wanna sex me. They always
What does that even mean? The boys, they wanna sex me. I can't. We'll skate to one song only. What's the song he says? Crazy how creative pop music was back then. I saw something on X, formerly Twitter, that was like, do you know what sex means, son? I understand what sex means, but you can't sex a thing. You can have sex with something, but you can't sex something in particular unless you're giving it a gender. And nowadays, we're not allowed to give things gender. Jeez, my pants. I remember when that came out, and I was crying laughing. That's an oldie. Oh my gosh, everything is advertisements. 2 ads on top of one another. What does he say?
I was thinking about the music for our routine.
Right. We're gonna skate to one song only. Lady Humps by the Black Eyed Peas.
Oh, it is. I didn't realize it was. Now I got why he said it.
What do with all that junk inside my trunk? I'm gonna get you drunk off my lady hump, my lovely lady hump.
I'm not skating to anything with references to lady humps. I don't even know what that means.
No one knows
what it means.
But it's provocative.
No, it's not.
It's the beautiful Goblin. I think this Michael Bolton one's hilarious.
Guys, Michael Bolton is here.
Oh, great. Send him in.
Hey guys.
This one's probably one of the best
I'm really
ones.
sorry I'm late. I just
Or
got caught
the
watching
Threw It
Pirates
on
of
the
Caribbean
Ground.
Marathon. Have you seen those things?
Oh yeah. Those are great.
Well, I listened to your track and I loved it.
Box.
And I wrote you this big, sexy hook. I think you're gonna really dig.
Oh wow, that's great. You want to just lay it down?
Boys, let's get to it.
Here we go. On the island, Michael Bolton. Night starts together on the track. The boys are back. The night starts now, baby. Roll with us. Chicken snapping at the neck.
That's such a good voice, too. Michael Bolton. That is.
When we walk into the set, fuck the fellas looking jealous, play the back and get wet. 3 pound in my waist and shank in my socks. I can either get cut, get stuffed, or get shot. This is the tale
of Captain Jack Sparrow.
What?
On the 7 seas.
What?
To the Isle of Tortuga. Raving like sway on the ocean breeze.
Yeah, that was kind of weird, but we're
Back in the club.
buying up the bar so the groupie show us love.
Killer
Motherfucking Iceman, I'm the top gunner. Heater on blast, I'm the #1 stunner.
Watch it, girl, cause I ain't your Mr. Nice Guy.
So-
More like to meet you, take you home and fuck you twice, guy. All dressed up with nowhere to run. I know I make you feel crazy.
Now back to the good part. So ridiculous.
Yeah, seen the movie. Put your hands in the air and say hell yeah. Come on.
Captain Jack.
What?
Johnny Depp.
God, I've never seen Pirates of the Caribbean films. I think I've only seen the 3rd one.
Johnny Square.
Michael Bolton, we're really gonna need you to focus up.
Roger that, let me try with another few. Life is a box of chocolates, and my name is Forrest Gump.
Not better.
Though I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, I give Jenny all my love.
Come on.
Okay, then I'm a legal aid. Aaron Brockovich is my name.
Oh, God.
And you can call me Scarface, snorting mountains of cocaine. You cockroaches wanna play rough? Okay, I'm reloaded. This is the tale of Tony Montana. Cubano flame with Miami nuts.
Actually, just a great song.
This whole town's a pussy. Just waiting to get by.
I mean,
Turns out Michael Bolton is a major cinephile.
You complete me.
Yeah.
Hilarious. Yeah, I don't know. I think the only Pirates of the Caribbean film I've seen is the third one. Outside of that, again with the lame synths. It's all about those leads, those bouncing leads that just create the vibe, you know. Mother Lover, Weird Al, Dear Sister, another classic skit. That's where What You Say became like the thing. And then we'll listen to your songs, Dom, and then yeah, see what happens from there. But probably call it a night. Just this whole thing. Just firing. Yeah. I can't watch the whole thing right now. But another classic skit. Dom, what have you been working on? Each arising and vanishing with tremendous speed. What does that mean? Some quote of a guy meditating. Nice. I'm assuming he's talking about the thoughts. True. True that. As in the track is advanced? Or his theories? I don't think that's that advanced. Well, if you got the clip, I'd be interested. Old age, yeah, do it. Extremely advanced. I don't know, man. Life is much simpler than we give it credit for. Sometimes thoughts just complicate it, you know? Trying to explain and describe all of it, when in reality we're just existing. Maybe that's all we're here to do. Exist. The progress of this. It's a cool track. Mentions it in the 5th paragraph. Is this the 5th paragraph? Extremely broad range. And so it does not have much for anyone else's description of it around the 5th. I mean, I can always Command F if I really want to. It could be subtle, but the general trend is for it to be very high, intense, high definition, dramatic. The A and P? Oh, the arising and passing. To make this point clear, I'll give 2 brief examples from my own practice. One time my entire body and world seemed to explode like a fireworks display in a powerful loose. Whole sensate world zipping around like fragmented sparks through space for a while until things settled down. Another time I had a small second long zap of lightning. Daily life is just the whole of that arising past. The longest arising past phase is about 3 days of powerful shaking, sniffing, and energy craziness during retreat. Interesting. It's when you notice the exact moment that something arises and the exact moment it vanishes. And there is this space you notice. Very advanced. I'll look into it more. I feel like it's the sort of things, the 10 corruptions of insight. Interesting. Yeah, I'll read into it more. I'm reading something right now. It's a cool book. It's called Grace. It's by this guy, Nico something. I can find the author if you're interested. But he basically talks about pain and suffering and how pain is necessary, but suffering is created. And so it's like pain, let's say you get bullied, or let's say you hurt yourself. So the pain is telling you that you need to do something about it. But the suffering is the story you create around the pain that you then identify with in the future. So, like, if I trip and fall and I get pain from that, then, you know, I heal from it. But then let's say I'm now scared to do something again because I'm scared of having or feeling that pain. So now I'm suffering because I'm not allowing myself to experience all that I'm meant to. When I was going hardcore, I barely started getting to it before I stopped. So like a year of hard meditating came online for me, but you can go super deep into it. Interesting. Ouch, that's deep. Which part? So like it came online for me, but you can go super deep into it. I don't know if I get it. I might get it. I'm curious to know more on it. Me choosing to suffer. I mean, hey, suffering is inadvertently a choice of, you know, of allowing past experiences to condition our future choices. Surrendering to the now is what we're all meant to do here. And hopefully Studio Raphael makes that a little bit easier. Somehow. This book is great, but very technical. Yeah, it seems that... I mean, it's obviously a lot longer than just this chapter. I'd look into it more. See if any of the chapters interest you. Sounds good. There's a way for me to download it. I like having it on my phone. I got Kindle, and then I just read stuff off of my phone. Mastering the Core Teachings of the Buddha. An unusually hardcore Dharma book. Yeah, I'll look into it more. Download the book. Oh, I guess I can. Cool. Download it as a PDF and put it on my phone. The Four Noble Truths. Yeah. Shadows, the jhanas. I don't know much on it. This guy is an arahant. I don't know what that means. He's obviously very knowledgeable. Arahant. What does that mean? Being who has reached a state of perfection and enlightenment. I would be interested to meet him. Or to see more on him. I don't necessarily believe in people who claim their own perfection. But, you know, he has some interviews online. Integrated Daniel. I guess that's him. COVID blog. Is this him? It is. Daniel M. Ingram. I don't know. I'm sure he's intelligent. I'm sure he's got a lot going for him, but yeah, I don't know what this is. He's also a doctor. I'm sure he knows a lot, and I'm sure I can learn a lot from him. I don't know enough to come to a conclusion about who he is or anything, but yeah, I'm interested to look more into him. Thanks for sharing, Dom. He's got a podcast. Or no, he was on a podcast. What is it? is your mind developed?
It's like the onset of spiritual puberty, and it doesn't happen to everybody, but when it does, you're never the same.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much for being willing to talk, by the way.
Happy to help.
So the first thing I wanted to talk about
Fly,
is
Elsa,
similar to the
fly.
last conversation that we had, but for context, I'm building a mindfulness and self-discovery oriented course at my school right now, and there's a lot of ethical implications that come with introducing
I'll listen to
mindfulness
this. I'll check it out and I'll come back to you with my review. I'll listen sometime today. Post in the Discord. Our hat has a technical definition. Sounds good. It's I'm sure there's a lot of big ideas, and I look forward to get into them. It's okay to claim you are one if you actually are. Yeah, I mean, if there's like a scientific understanding of it behind it, then definitely. But, you know, I'm not saying he needs to, but I don't think that truly, you know, the egoless spiritual beings need to go around telling others that they are. And I haven't seen this guy doing that, so I'm not saying that's him. But I'm just kind of making that point around, you know, people that go around telling everybody they're enlightened versus somebody who's just like, you know, egoless and just goes into it with a sense of peace and calm and knowing that what's meant for them will come, and etc. Big stigma too, and it's controversial, which I think is unfortunate. The 10 fetter. Was that the part of it that was there about like the part that I went past? Wait, the fetter. Doesn't say it in his book. The Progress of Insight. I mean, it's a big book. I'll definitely look into it more. Have you finished this book, Dom? Because so much meditation is shrouded in this tradition, which has drawbacks. I mean, there is a science to meditation, absolutely. And I think understanding the science is what makes a successful meditation practice. You know, it's like you can't practice a sport without knowing the rules and knowing how to play it. So you got to know how to play the rules of meditation in order to do healthy meditation. So I think, you know, actually having some sort of an idea doesn't mean that you're limited to the rules of meditation, but at the very least then you know that you're accomplishing something in it instead of just sitting and thinking you're meditating when you're not actually meditating, you know. Look up 10 fetters. Nah, but I've come for specific chapters a lot. Sensual lust, anger, conceit. Oh, so it's like the 7 deadly sins sort of a thing. To not fall into the sins. If you could share the link on my Discord DM, that'd be appreciated. Where's your Discord DM? Like in your Discord? No. What are you talking about? Cosmos? The book, I mean? Oh, yeah, sure. I mean, I can just share it in the chat as well. Here you go. There you go. Check it out. For your sake as well. I'll just send it to you there. Because it'll probably disappear eventually. Yeah, no. Thanks for sharing, Dom. I'm going to listen to it tonight. Learn more about his perspectives and ideologies. And yeah, in an expansive state, I tell ya. On that page, you can see what the Arhat has eradicated from himself and how the lower stage of his stages of enlightenment are defined. That wiki link. Okay. Cool. Fetter, this one, Buddhism. I'm going to look into it. I'm going to learn more. But, yeah. Always learn and always grow, and I'll pop these links into the YouTube replay of it as well for anybody interested in following through with that too, because why not? share the knowledge, enlighten everyone at the same time. I'll put on your other tune, Dom, real quick, but I think that's kind of it for me today. I'm feeling the zen and the tiredness. You got this in there. Vibes. Yeah. I don't know. With that, I'm gonna let it play out. Play out as the outro too, because it's a nice tune, Dom. As always. For me at this point, very rarely am I actually providing critique or feedback for you, Dom, anymore. Now I just like listening to your music, so I'm a fan. Cheers, bud. Cosmos, Dom, a pleasure as always. We're gonna continue this process of growth, building, community building, discovering self, discovering peace, love, enlightenment, all these beautiful things. Thank you for your contributions as always. You guys are what make Studio Raphael that which it is outside of me. So yeah, bless be, true that. Till next time, my guys, you know where to find me. I'm in the Discord, but for now, gonna go get separate dinner. Till next time, take care.